Yeah, so today we are going to discuss about SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. So every organization, every project team, they are using SDLC for developing the applications. To deploy the applications, we are following the SDLC, in which we have latest methodology, which is Agile methodology. We are following currently. So before Agile, we used to use waterfall methodology. Waterfall we are not using currently. So waterfall is a sequential development. Agile is the parallel development. Okay. So any guys, new guys joined today? Any new member joined today first session? Can you respond, please? Any new guys joined today first session? Yeah, you will get the if anyone joined new first session, so you will get the recordings. Okay. Yeah, I think Simhadri joined today first session. I think Venkat also maybe. Okay. Venkat not yeah, Venkat attending from beginning, right? Yeah. So the people who are joined today first session, you will get the recording sessions, which are demo sessions only. So not yet started. Regular sessions not yet started. So three demos completed. First demo is DevOps introduction. Second demo, cloud introduction. Third one, technical questions, general questions, right? So today, SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle. Monday onwards, regular sessions will be started. Fine. Yeah, so you will get the recording sessions. So you can reach out to our admin or else you can ping me. I'll provide you previous recordings. My mobile number already shared 96422111711. This is my mobile number. So trainers, they never share their personal numbers. Okay. Trainers, they never share their personal numbers. So from Harsha Trainings, we share our personal numbers. Okay. Yeah, please take down the number and you can ping me or you can call me. So if you need any assistance, definitely we'll provide you all the information. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's get started. Yeah, SDLC, Software Development Lifecycle, is a development model, one of the development model. So here, look at here, everyone. Yeah, first one, look at here. Agile model, Agile methodology, Agile. What is Agile, anyone? Agile is the parallel development, right? So parallelly, the application will be developed. So in Agile, so what we will do, we create the sprint. So basically, what is Agile, anyone? Agile is a parallel development. Look at here, everyone. It is a parallel development. Okay. In Agile, what we will do, we create sprints. Sprints. What is sprint? Sprint is a timeline. Sprint is a timeline. Sprint can be sprint can be 1 week to 1 month. Sprint can be 1 week to 1 month. For example, one sprint started today. By next Thursday EOD, that should be completed, which is 1 week sprint. So 1 month sprint. So today, 1 month sprint started 26th December, right? By next month, 25th, that should be completed, which is 1 month sprint, right? For example, one application will be divided into bits and pieces, front end, back end, develop database. So different pieces we divide. One application development we can divide into bits and pieces. That bits and pieces we can call it as sprints. For example, let us take a small example. There is a building construction, right? Yeah. So iron work, the team, different team. They cut the iron, they bend the iron, right? And also cement work, other team. right? And also brickwork, other team, woodwork, other team, right? So yeah, the respective team, they work on the respective activities. Same way here, front end, back end, and database, right? Different teams, they work on the different activities. That different activities we can convert into, we can create as a sprint. Sprint is nothing but timeline. Hope you're understanding and everyone. Yeah, fine. So currently we are using Agile model, right? Agile methodology. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Look at here, everyone. So these are the different stages are available in the Agile methodology. Look at here, everyone. Different stages available. So plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate. Okay. So in Agile methodology, we follow the 7 stages. Plan. So we can gather the requirement gathering, requirement finalization, right? Updates, new changes, architecture design. So these are all we can plan in the first stage, which is plan, right? So here, developers plan the development, they plan the architecture and requirement finalization, requirement gathering, right? Next one, code, which is a development. Developer start the development. Okay. So front end team, they work on front end UAT development by using HTML, CSS, Java Spring, Python, right? They started the development, right? Development team. So after that, build is nothing but compilation. Compile the code, unit testing, right? Code metrics. So different options here. The code should be built, right? So after that, test code should be tested. So integration test, load test, stress test, right? Yeah. So Selenium test, different tests. Fine. So after that, release. What is release? Yeah. So preparing release nodes, version tagging. It will move to the next level, which is a production level, right? So release, ready to deploy. So release is nothing but ready to deploy. So after that, we can deploy whatever the application developed by developers, we can deploy onto respective target servers. After that, finally, that we can operate, right? So these are the 7 stages, which are very, very important stages. So while working on DevOps tools, so multiple times this will be repeated. Okay. Now, yeah, let's move on. Let's go and discuss about few examples here. Yeah. Software development lifecycle. In software development lifecycle, developers develop the code in their local workspace. Developer develop the code in their local workspace. So what is workspace, anyone? Workspace is nothing but local systems, local laptop or desktop, right? In local system, in local laptop or desktop, developer start the development, right? So developer A and developer B, they work on their local systems, local laptop or desktop. So this we can say local workspace, or we can say Git local, Git local, right? So once the development is completed, they push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub. The code should be moved to the remote repository, which is, we can say, yeah, remote repository, or we can say GitHub. Okay. So basically, what is Git? What is Git? Git is a Git is a repository tool, or we can say version control tool. Git is a repository tool or version control tool. What is repository, anyone? What is repository, anyone? Where we store our source code, where we store our data is nothing but repository. It can be any data. It can be binary files, image files, video files, audio files, spreadsheets. It can be any data. Where we store our data is nothing but repository. Next one, version control. What is version control? It track the changes over time. It track the changes over time, right? For example, here two developers are working on their local workspace, local systems for application development. Okay. Yeah. Who is doing what? How can we track? By using version control system, version control tool, right? Yeah. So Git will allow you to add the comments here. So the comments here, who did changes? Who did changes? When did changes? What purpose did changes? Who did changes? When did changes? What purpose did changes? Who did changes? Ram did changes. When did changes? By 8 p.m. IST did some changes. What purpose did changes? Due to some production issues, did some changes. So based on these comments, Git will track the versioning. So multiple developers, they work on the multiple sprints for application development, right? Who is doing what? Who is working on front end? Who is working on back end? Who is working on database? How can we track? By using the version control system. Clear, right, everyone? Up to here it is clear, right? Yeah, Git is a local repository. GitHub is a remote server. So once development is completed in local, they push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub. Once the code is moved to GitHub, so in this flow, our next tool is Jenkins Sunday. So our role starts from Jenkins. As a DevOps engineer, our role starts from Jenkins. Git and GitHub completely developer tools. They develop the code, they modify the code, they pull the code, they push the code multiple times, they check the code, right? So Git and GitHub both are developer tools. We don't need to worry about the coding part, right? So our role starts from Jenkins. This is a Jenkins, okay? So Jenkins is a CI/CD tool. Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, right? So in DevOps, we have multiple tools are there. All the tools are individual tools. One tool will not communicate other tool. Jenkins is the mediator tool. Jenkins is the mediator tool. It will integrate all the tools. It will communicate all the tools by installing plugins. For example, so DevOps లో మనకు చాలా tools ఉన్నాయండి. Okay, I just want to explain in Telugu for 1 minute అండి. Okay. సో DevOps లో మనకు చాలా tools ఉన్నాయి. అన్ని టూల్స్ కూడా ఇండివిజువల్ టూల్స్. ఒక టూల్ నుంచి ఇంకో టూల్కి కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఉండదు, కమ్యూనికేషన్ జరగదు, రైట్? బట్ జెన్కిన్స్ ఇస్ ద మీడియేటర్. ఇట్ విల్ ఇంటిగ్రేట్ ఆల్ ది టూల్స్, ఇట్ విల్ కమ్యూనికేట్ ఆల్ ది టూల్స్ బై ఇన్స్టాలింగ్ ప్లగిన్స్. ప్లగిన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ప్యాకేజ్ అండి, ప్లగిన్. సో ఎవ్రీ వన్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ తెలుగు? ఎనీవన్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ తెలుగు? కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్? సో బికాస్ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ ఆస్క్ మీ టు రిపీట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు సమ్టైమ్స్. So they contacted me. They asked me to repeat in Telugu. Sometimes, not every time. Sometimes. So everyone understanding Telugu, right? If not understanding, please ping me in the chat. I'm not understanding. So that we will continue in English only. Okay. So technical terms, anyways, we can speak in English, right? Sometimes the process, someone asked me to repeat in Telugu. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So here, Jenkins mediator tool అండి. It will integrate all the tools. It will communicate all the tools by installing plugins, right? Plugin is a package software, right? For example, my code is available in GitHub. I want to pull this code from GitHub to Jenkins. ఎలా pull చేస్తాం? How can we pull? Right? Very first thing, we need to integrate GitHub with the Jenkins. How can we integrate? What is integration? Connectivity, right? So we need to integrate GitHub with the Jenkins by installing plugin. Plugin is a package software. So once we install plugin, then Jenkins start communicating with the GitHub. Okay. So after that, we need to create jobs in Jenkins. So Jenkins లో jobs create చేసుకోవాలి. Job అంటే ఏంటి? Functionality, right? If you want to pull the code, if you want to push the code, you want to deploy the code. So we always prepare the jobs, right? ఈ జాబ్స్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం అన్నది నేను ప్రాక్టికల్గా చూపిస్తాను మీకు. ప్రాక్టికల్లీ వీ కెన్ వర్క్ ఆన్ దిస్. ఈ జాబ్స్లో వర్క్ చేస్తాం ప్రాక్టికల్గా. ఓకే. We prepare the jobs and we trigger the jobs. We run the jobs. So once we run the jobs, this code will be pulled from GitHub to Jenkins. Okay. Yeah. So whatever the code we pull from GitHub to Jenkins, which is, we can say, a raw code. Raw code is nothing but which is unstructured code, unformatted code. So this raw code will not understand by application servers. This raw code will not understand by application servers, right? So what are the application servers are available in the market? Anyone? What are the application servers we are using in the projects currently? Tomcat server, JBoss server, WebLogic server, WebSphere server, right? So these are all application servers. Different servers are available. Like this, we can say app server, or we can say Tomcat server, Tomcat, or WebLogic, or WebSphere. These are all application servers. Okay. So we can use any server only. So let us say Tomcat only. Tomcat only. App server, which is Tomcat server. Okay. So this code finally deployed onto, this code should be deployed onto respective target servers. Okay. If you want to deploy this code on respective target servers, so this is a raw code, right? Raw code will not understand by application servers. We cannot deploy directly because different formats, different files available in the raw code. So this raw code should be converted to, artifact as a single file, binary file, tar file, jar file, war file, ER file, right? So this raw code should be converted to artifact. So for which what we will do? We integrate one more tool, which is Maven. So Maven is a build tool which generates artifacts. So artifact is nothing but archive file. So binary file, zip file, tar file, war file, jar file, ER file, right? So artifact is nothing but archive file. So this raw code we need to convert it to single file as a jar file, war file, ER file as per the project team requirement. For example, let us say Java development is going on. Java application development is going on, right? In Java development, yeah, so every development is having three important developments, and every application is having three important developments. What are those? First one here is desktop application development. Second one here is web application development. Third one here is enterprise application development. Right? So three types of developments, and every organization, every project team, they are developing the applications, three types of developments. Okay. Desktop application, web application, enterprise application. So what is desktop application, anyone? Real time, guys. What is desktop application? Anyone having idea? Desktop application అంటే ఏంటండి? Real time, guys. Yeah. So the application which we host on our local desktop or laptop. right? So desktop application is nothing but we can use this application in our local laptop or a desktop, which is nothing but desktop application. Yes, someone saying Andy. Yes, correct Andy. It will run on our desktop. Yes, correct, right? So this application we can run on our local system, local laptop or desktop. For example, what are the desktop applications available? So for example, let us say calculator and calculator. This is desktop application, right? And also Outlook, desktop application. And also media player. And also paintbrush, notepad, right? So my calculator you cannot access. Your calculator I cannot access. This will work in our local system, right? So look at here. So the Java application development team, if they develop a desktop application, Maven generates jar file, jar, Java archive file. Maven generates jar file, which is a Java archive file. If the development team is working on web application, what is web application, Andy? Anyone? Web application, which we host on, ఎక్కడ హోస్ట్ చేస్తామండి, ఎక్కడ డిప్లాయ్ చేస్తాం? ఎనీవన్? సర్వర్లో హోస్ట్ చేస్తామండి. సర్వర్లో హోస్ట్ చేస్తాం, రైట్? సో వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ అంటే త్రూ వెబ్ వీ కెన్ యాక్సెస్, త్రూ ఇంటర్నెట్ వీ కెన్ యాక్సెస్. సో ఎనీ అప్లికేషన్స్, ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్, అమెజాన్ షాపింగ్ సైట్, మింత్రా, మీషో, ఇవన్నీ కూడా వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్స్. ఓకే, సో దట్ అప్లికేషన్స్ వీ కెన్ హోస్ట్ ఆన్ server, right? If the application is a web application, Maven generates WAR file, web archive file, right? So third one, which is enterprise application development. So millions of requests per second. This is enterprise level, right? If the application is enterprise level application, Maven generates ER file. So like cruise applications and cruise applications untai, those we can say enterprise level application. Okay, so Maven generates ER file, enterprise archive file. So based on the application development, Maven generates the respective artifact. So Maven takes the raw code, unstructured code, and it will convert into either jar or var or ER based on the requirement. Okay, so for example, Maven generates the var file. This var file will be give back to the Jenkins. Jenkins push that var file to respective application server. Here we deploy the var file. Clear and everyone? Is it clear to you, everyone? So this is the process every development team following currently, right? So this is very, very important process. Every organization, every development team, they're following the same process currently. Fine? So whatever the artifact generated by Maven, that artifact will be given back to Jenkins. Jenkins push that artifact to respective application server. Here we deploy the artifact. Artifact is nothing but binary file, archive file, like zip file, tar file, jar file, war file, ER file. Okay, as per the requirement, Maven generates the artifact that will be deployed onto respective target servers. Clear, right? So for example, in your laptop, you have some documents, 1,000 documents. Okay, those are like PDF documents or Word documents or any other documents. I asked you to send those documents to me. How can you send that documents? What is the simplest way to send those documents to me? ఎలా పంపిస్తారు మీరు నాకు? మీ ల్యాప్టాప్లో 1,000 డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. PDFs, స్ప్రెడ్షీట్స్, KT ఫైల్స్, PPTs, చాలా ఫైల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అవన్నీ నాకు పంపించమని చెప్పాను. హౌ కెన్ యూ సెండ్ దట్? ఎలా పంపిస్తారు నాకు? Instead of attaching all files to the Gmail, you can convert into single file as a WAR file or a TAR file or ER file that you can attach to the Gmail and send it across. Send it across, right? You can మీరు సింపుల్ గా కన్వర్ట్ చేసేసి జిప్ గా అటాచ్ చేసి పంపించేస్తారు. Fine. Same way, same process will work in Maven also. Maven takes the raw code from Jenkins. It will convert into single file as a jar file, war file, ER file. Once it is converted to single file, yeah, so it will give back to Jenkins. Jenkins push that war file to respective application server. Here we deploy the war file, right? So this is the process every development team they're following in live applications. Live applications లో జరిగే ప్రాసెస్ అండి. Okay. What are the live applications are available currently? Live applications. For example, you can say Flipkart అండి. Flipkart is the live application, right? So in live, some changes will be happened in the Flipkart. Okay. So if you go and check this, these are all microservices అండి. These are all microservices. Look at here, everyone. So these are all microservices available, right? So blankets, bed sheets, right? So different microservices. For example, yeah, now look at here, everyone. So they're giving some offers here. Okay. So they're giving 84%, 80%, 82%, right? So different offers. For example, this product is out of stock. This product is out of stock, for example. So they want to update here out of stock. Okay. What they will do? Yeah. So development team, what they will do? Look at here. So development team, they modify the code in their local Git, local repository. Once modify the code, they push the code to GitHub. Once the code is moved to GitHub, Jenkins take the code and convert into artifact as a WAR file by using Maven, and it will be deployed onto respective Flipkart server. Once it is deployed, this changes will be updated. Here, changes will be updated. So they add something here, hot deal, right? Hot deal. Developers modify this. Developers always update like this. Hot deal, out of stock, right? If they want to modify the image, right? They can modify. In the development level, right? In the Git, they modify here. Once they modify, they push the code to GitHub. Jenkins take the code, convert into WAR file or jar file, deploy onto respective Flipkart server. Changes will be reflected, right? This is a live application, Andy. On the fly, without any maintenance time, without any downtime, that will be happened. Clear, right, everyone? In live application, normally Jenkins deploy the code on respective target servers in live. Okay. But sometimes we use non-live applications also. Non-live applications also. What are the non-live applications available? For example, harshatrainings.com. harshatrainings.com. This is a non-live application, right? So this we can down anytime. We can bring back anytime, right? Whenever you want to down, you can down or you can bring back anytime, right? So this is non-live application. So for non-live applications, what we will do, we can integrate one more tool here, which is, we can say, Nexus repository. Nexus repo. Right? So this Nexus repo is specially designed to store our artifacts. So whatever the artifact generated by Maven, those artifacts we can store in the Nexus. Whenever we have release, by the time this WAR files we can push to the respective target servers, we can deploy WAR files on the respective target servers. Okay, మనం ఇక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేసాం ఆల్రెడీ. చూడండి, there is a release, right? Release అంటే ఏంటండి? What is release? Development is completed, it is ready to deploy. Development is completed, it is ready to deploy. right? Yeah. So whenever the artifact generated by Maven, those artifacts we can store in the Nexus repo. So whenever we have release, by the time we can push these WAR files to the respective target servers. Here we deploy the WAR files. Clear and everyone? Yeah. So developer develop the code in their local Git, local workspace, and DevOps engineers, they deploy the code. DevOps engineers, they deploy the code. They pull the code by using Jenkins. They convert into WAR files. They deploy into respective target servers. But where the testing will be happen? Where the testing will be happen? Before going to deploy the application, testing should be happened, right? Yeah. So here, once the code is moved to GitHub, so here we have one more tool, which is very important tool, which is Sonar code review tool. And Sonar code review tool. We have one more tool, which is Sonar code review tool. Okay. What is Sonar? What Sonar will do? Every organization, every project team, they maintain some code standards, right? Every project team, every organization, they maintain, right? Here, Sonar also, they are maintaining the code standards, right? So because, yeah, Sonar review the code. So every 70% of the project teams, they're using Sonar code review tool to review the code, to maintain the standards. So in the market, so many tools are available. In market, so many tools are available, but Sonar is the very popular tool. 70% of the project teams, they're using the Sonar code review tool. In Sonar, developers, what they will do, they create some metrics. So what is metric? Metric is a rule, and okay. If any duplicate lines are there, duplicate lines and hot fixes, duplicate lines, hot fixes, errors, right? Sonar review the code, it will provide the report. So developers, they create the metrics. Metrics is nothing but rules, right? Yeah. So if any duplicate lines are there, errors are there, hot fixes are there, Sonar review the code and it will provide the report, right? Once developer get the report, they again work on the issues. They fix the issues, they modify the issues. Testers also, right? Again, they push the code to remote repository. Clear, Andy? So this is the flow every development team following. So here, look at here, everyone. All the tools are connected to the which one? Jenkins. Jenkins is the mediator. So if you want to integrate any tool with the Jenkins, we require plugins. Plugin should be installed. Plugin is a package, right? So all the plugins we need to install in Jenkins, right? Once we install the plugin, Jenkins start communicating with the respective tool. Clear, and everyone? Yeah, this is the SDLC process, which is a very, very important process. So entire DevOps flow, we follow this same flow, right? So along with this tool, yeah, up to here, any questions, and anyone? Up to here, any questions, anyone?
Yes, Ram.
Yeah, go ahead, and yes.
So regarding the raw code, so how we know like it is in a raw code?
Right.
And I mean like is there any format or anything?
Yeah. So when you try to deploy that code, it will not accept any, because application servers always allow you to deploy binary files, artifacts, binary formats. So when you try to deploy, yeah, you can easily understand. Once the code is pulled from GitHub to Jenkins, one workspace will be created in the Jenkins. In that, you can easily identify. So this is a raw code or WAR file or jar file. You can clearly understand. That I'll show you, Andy. While working on Jenkins, definitely, I'll show you that. Which is raw code, which is artifact. Practically, I'll show you. Wait for until DevOps starts. Okay. So
And
definitely, yeah, actually, yeah.
yeah, and one more thing, instead of raw code, right? If I directly give the jar file in the
Hmm.
code GitHub,
Okay.
so there is no conversion, right? Is this possible?
No, not required. Conversion not required. Yes, correct. So if you want to
So
give directly jar file, no need to convert again. Yes.
okay, so it means like by using direct jar var file, so we can directly deploy into servers.
Yes, and yes, correct. You can directly deploy to servers. Yes, correct. If you have jar var er formats, no need to convert again. You can directly deploy. That I'll show you. Differences I'll show you.
That's sure. So in this time, there is Maven tool is not required to use.
Yes. If you have already converted, we don't need to go with the Maven. Directly Jenkins push that to the
Okay,
respective target servers.
okay, thank you.
Fine. Yeah. Any other questions and anyone? Fine. So along with these tools, we are using advanced tools also, right? What are the advanced tools we are using currently? In our course, we have advanced tools like Ansible, Ansible, and also Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, right? Grafana, Prometheus, Argo CD, GitOps, right? Security tools, AI tools, right? Yeah. So what is Ansible? What is Ansible? Ansible is the so మనకి ఇన్ని tools ఎందుకండి? Why we need to learn all these tools? Because every project team they're using at least two or three tools అండి. Three tools minimum. Currently they are using three or four tools maximum. Okay. Every project is using three or four tool maximum. If you learn all these tools, you can fit with any project and you can fit with any project, right? So these are all very core tools, very advanced tools, right? So three or four maximum we use in real-time projects, three or four tools, but we are going to learn this many tools. If you learn all the tools, you can easily hook up in the projects, any project, you can fit with any project. Okay. So Ansible is a configuration management tool. Configuration management tool, right? So the name itself, it is saying something like configuration. By using Ansible, we can automate the deployments. We can automate the deployments. We can manage the configurations, right? Yeah. Second one here, which is Docker. Docker is a container tool. Docker is a container tool. What is container? Container is a standard unit of software. Advanced to virtual servers. In place of virtual servers, we are using Docker containers currently. Because containers are lightweight, standalone, executable program, which is very advanced one. Okay, that is why every project team, they're migrating their applications to containers. So currently we are using online shopping, right? Online applications, right? Like Instamart, Jepto, Dunjo, right? Blinkit. So within 5-10 minutes, we are getting the groceries, right? Whatever items you required. Within 5-10 minutes, we are getting, right? Because of Docker, Andy. Because of Docker. Even online electronic gadgets, mobiles, sometimes we book mobiles, right? So recently I booked one mobile. Within 4 hours, they deliver. Within 4 hours. Recently I booked the latest advanced mobile, one mobile, right? So within 4 hours, they delivered. Okay. So because backend, we are using very advanced technologies here, Docker Kubernetes. Once we raise a request, immediately that will be processed. Okay. Yeah. So Kubernetes, what is Kubernetes? Kubernetes is the container orchestration tool, right? So which is a very advanced one, Kubernetes. Docker, Kubernetes, both are advanced tools, very advanced tools. If you are good in Docker and Kubernetes, you can easily crack your interview. Okay, along with this Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins also required. AWS also required. Okay, so Docker and Kubernetes both are very hot in the market and currently. Every project team, every organization, they're using Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, yeah. Next one, Terraform. Terraform is a infrastructure automation tool. Infrastructure automation tool. We can automate the infrastructure. By using Terraform, we can automate the infrastructure, right? So within a minute, we can create n number of servers with all packages, all configurations, everything by using Terraform, right? Which is very advanced one. Next one, Grafana and Prometheus, both are monitoring tools. These both are monitoring tools. These both are monitoring tools. We can monitor our DevOps tools like Kubernetes, Docker, we can monitor using the Grafana Prometheus. Okay. So Argo CD and GitOps, which are both are very, very important. And so we can automate the deployments and we can automate the advanced deployments. These tools mainly for advanced deployments. Okay. And security tools. Why we require security tools here? To secure our applications and tools, DevOps tools, right? We can secure our applications and DevOps tools by using the security tools. So our course is, what is our course and course name ఏంటండి? Anyone?
DevsecOps with artificial.
Yeah. Our course name is DevsecOps with multi-cloud plus AI. Okay. So here security is added. Security is added, right? Yeah. Someone operating something and back end లో. సో లైన్స్ పడుతున్నాయి. సో జస్ట్ రిమూవ్ చేయండి. యా. సో నేను కంట్రోల్ ఇచ్చాను మీకు ఫుల్గా, అందుకే మీరు ఆపరేట్ మళ్ళీ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ అవుతుంది మనం. ఓకే. సో రికార్డింగ్ డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది. ఫైన్. సో హియర్ లుక్ ఎట్ హియర్ ఎవ్రీవన్. This is our DevSecOps course, right? Security also added here. Security. Along with this, AI also added. And multi-cloud. Multi-cloud ఎందుకంటే మనకి? What is the importance of multi-cloud? Anyone? What is the importance of multi-cloud? Anyone? Why we require multi-cloud here? Multi-cloud ఎందుకండి?
Data storage.
Yeah. So every project team, every organization, they are using multi-cloud currently because different costing, different quality services. Okay. So, and also, yeah, if one cloud is normally, so redundancy also, redundancy. So redundancy is nothing but replication. Okay. So while working on the cloud, I'll explain and practically I'll show you. I'll connect multi-cloud and I'll show you. Okay. So currently every organization, every project team, they're using multiple clouds, right? So in which AWS is the popular one, and AWS is occupied 33% of the market share. So this is AWS cloud. Every organization, they're using AWS cloud because AWS is the leader in the market, right? AWS is the leader in the market. This is the AWS cloud, right? This is my AWS console homepage. So every organization, every project team, they're using AWS cloud. Look at here. These are all data centers, Andy. These are all data centers. We discussed already. What is data center? Data center is a server room where we host all the servers, right? So United States data centers, Asia Pacific, Hyderabad also there, Mumbai, Osaka, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo, Canada data center, Central, Canada Central, Europe data centers. Look at here. These are all data centers. Fine. So data center is nothing but server room where we can host all the servers, switches, routers, load balancers, backup devices, right? So these are all AWS data centers. These are all AWS data centers. Fine. Yeah. So this is AWS console. Now Azure. This is the Azure console. Look at here, everyone. So in our course, 3 clouds will be covered: AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Look at here. So this is the Azure portal, Azure console, right? Next one, Google Cloud, third one. These 3 are very popular, Andy. These 3 clouds are very, very popular in the market. So AWS is in first place, Azure is in second place, Google is in third place, right? So every organization, every project team, at least they are using 2 clouds minimum, because different costing, different quality. So if you are good in AWS, you can easily handle any cloud platform. మీరు AWS పర్ఫెక్ట్గా ఉంటే Azure, Google Cloud కూడా మీరు హ్యాండిల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఈజీ. ఓకే. సో మీకు డ్రైవింగ్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ఏ కార్ అని నడపచ్చు కదా. సో కొంచెం ఫీచర్స్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఫీచర్స్ డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటాయి, రైట్? ఫైన్. యా. సో ఏఐ టూల్స్ కూడా చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. ఏఐ టూల్స్ చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. కరెంట్లీ ఎవ్రీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఏఐ సర్వీసెస్ అండ్ టూల్స్. ఓకే. సో మన కోర్స్లో ఏం కవర్ అవుతాయండి టూల్స్? సో ఆల్రెడీ ఐ షేర్డ్ ద కోర్స్ కంటెంట్, రైట్? సో మన కోర్స్లో కవర్ అయ్యే టూల్స్ ఏంటంటే, లుక్ అట్ హియర్ ఎవ్రీవన్. Look at here, so here, these are the AI tools, and the generative AI also will be covered in our course. These are all the models. Generative AI also will be covered in our course, right? So Terraformer, right? So Cast AI, Amazon Q, right? KTest GPT, right? Copilot, Gemini AI. These are all will be covered. Along with this generative AI, also LLM, working models, open source LLMs, right? So these are all very, very important. And LLM అంటే ఏంటండి, ఐడియా ఉంది ఎవరికైనా? లార్జ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ మోడల్. ఓకే. సో మిషన్ లెర్నింగ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి లాస్ట్ ఎండింగ్లో కవర్ అవుతాయి. ఫైన్. యా. ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండి సో ఫార్? ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? యా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ 4 సెషన్స్ టుడే. టుడే ఈస్ ద 4th సెషన్, రైట్? దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్స్ అండి. These are all introductions only, right? So Monday onwards, regular sessions will be started. Monday meeting link will be changed and completely. So if you are interested, you can register tomorrow or Monday morning. Okay. So WhatsApp group create అవుతుంది మనకి. Already people registered. Okay. So if you are interested, you can make the fee ఎంత అండి మన కోర్స్ ఫీ ఎంత? How much the fee? Anyone having idea? 18K. Okay. You can make it 2 times if you want. Fine. Yeah. So Monday onwards, regular sessions will be started. Fine. So if you are interested, you can register as soon as possible. You can reach out to me. My number already shared with you, 9642211711. This is my number, right? I have only one number. This is my number. You can reach out to my number. If you have any more questions, if you want to talk to me, you can call me, WhatsApp me. We'll discuss. Okay. So every batch is having a Google Drive and WhatsApp group, right? In the Google Drive, I upload all the documents, recordings, everything, right? And WhatsApp, why we record a WhatsApp group? Because while practicing, if you are facing any issues, you can take the screenshot and post it to the group, right? So I give you solution in the group. Fine. And you can take down my number. So మీరు first, before going to call or share the screenshot to this number, you can share in the WhatsApp group and first. Okay. If the issue is not resolved in the group, you can directly call me or WhatsApp me. Definitely I'll respond. And fine. Yeah. So make sure you can, yeah, if you are interested, you can register and you can register. So Monday onwards, regular sessions will be started. Monday, servers, networks, basics will be started. Okay. Before going to cloud, we need to learn servers, networks, basics. Okay. Yeah. Once the basics completes, then we'll jump into AWS. How to create AWS account? How can we connect AWS account? How can we work on AWS? Right? What are the real-time activities we perform? Right? Projects. We have projects also. 4 live projects will be covered. Along with that 4 projects, small projects will be covered. 10 projects. 10 small projects, 4 live projects, big projects. Fine. Yeah. So any more questions on anyone? Anyone having any questions here?
Yes, Ram.
Yeah, go ahead. Dan.
So the left side part, right? We are already saying it is an automate deployment. So in the right side, Argo CD GitOps. Just now you said it's advanced automate deployments. I mean, like, what's the difference, the left side and
Right.
Argo
Yes,
CD
yes.
GitOps?
Yes. Very good question, Andy. Fine. So Argo CD is a agent, Andy. It will act as a agent. Okay. So deployments, normal deployments, we are using normal deployments, agent deployments also, right? But Argo CD is a bit advanced one. So by using Argo CD, advanced level deployments, like without any manual intervention, we can deploy the respective applications on target servers by using Argo CD. Okay. It is a agent and simply చెప్పాలంటే it is a agent. ఓకే. సో గిట్ ఆప్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే రిపాజిటరీస్ ఉంటాయి మనకి ఇక్కడ కొన్ని రిపాజిటరీస్ ఉంటాయి అవి చూపిస్తాను మీకు. సో బై యూజింగ్ దట్ రిపాజిటరీస్ వీ కెన్ ఆటోమేట్ ది డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్. క్యూబర్నెటిస్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్ని ఆటోమేట్ చేస్తామండి. క్యూబర్నెటిస్లో ఉండే డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్ని ఆటోమేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఓకే. సో బై యూజింగ్ ఆర్గో సిడి విచ్ ఇస్ వెరీ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ వన్. ఓకే. సో అది ప్రాక్టికల్గా చూపిస్తానండి మీకు. ఇప్పుడు టెక్నికల్గా నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తే విల్ బి కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్. ప్రాక్టికల్లీ వీ కెన్ వర్క్ ఆన్ దిస్. సో అన్ని టూల్స్ కూడా ప్రాక్టికల్గా చేస్తామండి, థియరిటికల్గా ఉండదు. సో మండే ట్యూస్డే మనకు బేసిక్స్ అయిపోతాయి, సర్వర్స్ నెట్వర్క్స్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ అన్ని కూడా ప్రాక్టికల్ ఓరియంటెడే ఉంటాయి, థియరిటికల్గా ఉండవు మనకి. థియరిటికల్ అంటే ఒక 10 minutes థియరీ ఉంటుంది. సో రిమైనింగ్ టైం అంతా కూడా ప్రాక్టికల్ ఓరియంటెడ్ సెషన్స్. డైరెక్ట్గా లైవ్ మనం ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్లో కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి సో ఇక్కడే వర్క్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ కన్సోల్, రైట్? సో ప్రాక్టికల్లీ రియల్ టైంలో మనం ఏదైతే యాక్టివిటీస్ చేస్తామో రియల్ టైం యాక్టివిటీస్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే. సేమ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ యూ కెన్ పర్ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ అవర్ AWS కన్సోల్. ఫ్రీ టైర్ అకౌంట్ ఇది, 6 months ఫ్రీ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇన్ మై కన్సోల్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద టూల్స్. ఇన్ యువర్ కన్సోల్ యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్. ఓకే. యా. సో మండే ట్యూస్డే సర్వర్స్ నెట్వర్క్స్ బేసిక్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ విల్ జంప్ ఇన్ టు AWS. విల్ స్టార్ట్ AWS. We can create the account, we can connect the account, we can work on the AWS consoles. How can we create the resources? How can we manage the resources in real-time projects? Okay, so same activities we can perform in our consoles. Any more questions, Andy? Any last question, anyone? Fine. Yeah, so you can register as soon as possible and you can add into the WhatsApp group, Andy. WhatsApp group create అవుతుంది. So mostly tomorrow we'll create the WhatsApp group. Okay. So we will add into WhatsApp group. Once you make the fee, once you share the screenshot to me or admin, we'll add into WhatsApp group. Okay. Fine. Yeah, we can stop here. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to this number. I'll talk to you and if any clarifications required. Fine. Yeah. So our next class would be on Monday, Andy. Okay. So our classes Monday to Friday. Sometimes I'll take weekends also. Once we start DevOps, I'll take Saturdays also. Fine. Yeah. Thank you all.